He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptat Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ya Kundendra Tusharaha Dvajavala, Ya Shuddhavastam Yudha, Ya Veena Varadanda Manditakara, Ya Shveta Padmasana, Ya Brahmanchuta Shankara Pravitivi Devi Sada Nandita Samam Patu Saraswati Bhagavate Buddhi Pradam Sarate Buddhi Pradam Sarate. Jai Gurudev, everybody. Thank you for coming. Actually, we're planning very small. I see you have some question. You want long answers, short answers? I have no idea. What do you want?
The real answer.
No, the real one. Long one? Short one? You become more intelligent when you hear it long, eh? Nothing goes in. Short is direct. You don't want to hear, but it will go inside. Let's see. Depend on your nature of your question. So, having discovered the ultimate truth, do you ever feel sad when you see people like myself who are caught in Maya? Who wrote it? I have to know. No, when I look at you, I don't feel sad for you. But it's a beautiful question, actually. In the scriptures, we see that sometimes saints express a certain sadness when they look at the world outside. You know? When you tell me if I look at the world outside, if I feel sad, I will tell you no. Because if I will feel sad for seeing you, I will not be able to help you. If you go to a doctor, you go with, you are in pain, you are suffering, you go to the doctor. Imagine the doctor sit with you, start crying with you. Then you will wonder, who will help? Are you helping the doctor or the doctor will help you? It's a problem, no? The saint, the Sadguru, is like the doctor. You know? Of course there is, because they are not, you see, very often people think that saints who talk about detachment, they don't feel anything. They are robot. Actually, no, the saint feel, you know, seeing the nature of the mind of human being. Of course they feel sad. But they will not, this is not the sadness as you feel sad for somebody. The saint, when he look at the people, he see the people in what miserable state they are in. Do you think the saint will sit with you and pacified with you? No, the saint will help you. The Sadguru will help you. But he will remind you that that state of misery, the state of miserable, that you have put yourself into that, you have to come out of it. I'm helping you, but I'm not sympathizing with you. It's a two different things, you know. What people do very often, you see, being miserable in this world is a great investment. It's a very good investment, actually. You see, when somebody come to you and tell you, you ask somebody, are you fine? And the person say, Yes, I am fine, I am happy. That is the end of conversation. Finish. There's no conversation. What else would you ask? The person is fine and they are happy. Conversation end. But imagine somebody come to you. Oh, no, I'm not well. I'm sad. I'm miserable. I'm in pain. What will be the attitude? Conversation will be there. No? Oh, people sympathize with you, people look after you. People care for you when you are miserable. If you are fine, nobody is bothered about you. You have a lot of friends when you are miserable. That's why I called it a great investment. And this is the world, how it is, Your mind has invested so much into being in this misery of this world, but it have paid its rent to you, you're helping you, it's paying for you. You have friends. If you're fine, the same friends would love you, will start being jealous of you. Happy people are jealous of them. If you are happy, people will be jealous of you. They will talk about you. They will gossip about you. Just because you are a happy person. But if you are a miserable person, they will sit with you. They will come and visit you. They will care for you. They will look after you. They will provide for you. And this is a state of human mind, actually. Human mind state is in that miserable state. And they love to be in that miserable state. Because in any moment, if you can complain, you are there. Yeah? You're the first one to complain. That's why I call it great investment. A husband can't leave the wife if the wife is miserable, because you will feel guilty. Can you be jealous of somebody which is miserable? No, you can't. You'll be a bad person. It's very mean. No, nobody, if you're unhappy, you're miserable, nobody bother about it. But the saint will remind you of that reality. The Sadguru will remind you of that reality, but you have to come out of that reality. You can't stay in that reality. This is the delusion of your mind. And that is, when you look at the saint, when you look at the Sadguru and the saints, when they look at the world, they feel a certain sadness. But they will not bring themselves to that same reality as what people is. Because you see, when you are, somebody asked me a question some months ago actually, Guruji, there's so many things happening in this world, war here, calamities here, and you are always talking about happiness and love and joy. And I ask one thing. Who is responsible for that? Who is responsible for that? God? No, God have nothing to do with that. It is each one mindset. If you observe clearly in your daily life itself, first thing you wake up in the morning, you are fed with a dose of negativity. That's what you're fed. You take any news which is coming to you. What it is, positive? No, there is no positiveness into that. It's only negativity. So how would be your mindset after that? Joyful, happy, with great joy? No, it will not. Automatically when you see something what the journalists want you to see, Because the world everybody is looking at the world from a journalistic point of view. A journalistic point of view is never to feed you with good things. Feed you with negative things, feed you with bad things. They are selling. Their job is, they are becoming rich. But you are becoming miserable. And that is the dose of misery, but they are giving it to you every day. So when your mind is become miserable like that, the Guru come and tell you, no, you have to change. Would you change? No, you will not change. You don't want to change because it become a habit. You don't even know when that habit have incorporated inside of you. You start acting in that way. So, whatever you think about creates a certain energy. And that energy, there is a collective energy in this world. A collective reality, we said, collective souls, we say collective. There's a collective energy. So negativity, when your mind is negative, is also contributing in that collectiveness of negative energy. In this world, there's a lot of negative people. And that's what brings all the negativity in this world. Everybody is responsible for that. How you are thinking, what is happening to this world, you are part of that also. The war, the calamities, all these are part of everybody negative thinking. That's why the saints remind you to be positive. They remind you that yes, you can change. But you have to have that willingness. That's why they chant the divine name. Now, Prabhuji was singing the Shabbat earlier. Now all the bhajan that we say, all the kirtan we say, what did it say? Chant the name of Sri Hari. Chant the name of God continuously. And somebody will ask, will it change? No, it will not. Straight away, it will not change. It takes time. Because you are so accustomed to this two reality, salty and sweet. Positive and negative. You're so accustomed to that reality. You taste the sweetness and you taste the saltiness. Are the two tastes that you know about. But the divine name is beyond that. The divine name is tasteless. Who want to taste something which is tasteless? Any one of you? No, nobody. Nobody will want to taste something which is tasteless. But more you lick that which is tasteless. It's like a stone, More you lick it, more you lick that taste, there will be a taste afterwards. A taste which is beyond what you can consider salty or sweet. That is a different taste in itself. And a taste that you will not be able to go away without it. And that is the taste of bliss. And that is the power of the divine name. So, you are in Maya, is true, but you are also in God. The whole creation is inside of Him. We are not away from Him. We are in Him, He is in us. How do I not be distracted by worldly duties and responsibilities to dedicate my life to the true service of Mother Earth, nature and God. It's true, this world is full of distraction. That's why we were singing, don't let you be distracted. But distraction is everywhere. The mind is distracted through the senses. No? Whatever we see outside, we get distracted. Whatever we hear outside, we can get distracted. And if you are not, what I would say, like I was telling, chant the divine name, whatever you do. Krishna on the battlefield of Mahabharata, that great war, Arjuna was completely complaining. No, I can't fight this war. What did Bhagavan do? Tell him, let's go. Don't fight. Fighting is very bad. Let's go now. Pack up your, weapon. We'll retire. Did he tell him that? No, he didn't tell him that. He said, this is your dharma. You have to. Even say to him, if you don't fight, you will go to hell. You're not doing your duty. And if you're not doing your duty, you will go to hell. And if you do your duty, you're fighting, you will kill all these people. In a war, you have to kill somebody, no? That also you will go to hell. Both ways you will go to hell. So confuse Arjuna, ask him, but then what should I do? If both ways, I do my duty, I will go to hell. If I don't do my duty, I will go to hell. What should I do? Say, do your dharma. Fight. But let your mind be upon me. So he's not telling only to Arjuna right now. He's not telling Arjuna, go. He's telling each one of us, do your dharma, do your duty, what have been allocated to you, what you have gone into. But when you're doing your duty, engage your mind also in something greater. And what it is? Focus upon me. Fix your mind upon something which is higher. We always focus on something which is very low. We are doing our job, we are focusing on the result of our job. He said, this is not in your hand. Whatever you do, the result is in the divine hand, in God's hand only. But you have to do it. So when you are doing your duty in the world and responsibility, learn to remember the divine. If you can chant his name, or remember him. And even if you are so busy person, you're very busy people, find few minutes, run away, find an excuse, time to time find an excuse, go and take your phone. That's what you do every time, isn't it? That you have time. If I would tell somebody, find some time, go sit quietly for 2 minutes, focus upon, chant the name of God. Guruji, I don't have time. Do you have time with your mobile? Come on, I'm asking you. Yes or no? You have time, Always. So sometimes put the mobile away. Close your eyes and connect with the divinity inside of you. Even if it is just for 1 minute, it will give you such strength, such power, such feeling will awake inside of you. And that feeling of joy, you will do your job even in much nicer way. And that become service. And if you can't do that, in the Guru Granth Sahib, Guru Nanak Dev Ji said now, at least twice, if you can remember me, pray while you are eating. Before you eat, do your prayer. That is when the farmers, they had so much work, they could not attend the prayer. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, each time food come to you, remember me. Remember, do a prayer 2 times. And I tell the devotee, even if you can't do that, because you're lazy so much, then at night, close your eyes, think of your Ishtadev, and say Krishna Arpanamastu. Offer everything, offer the whole day to Krishna. That is enough also. The choice is yours, what you want to do. How you want to better this world, how you want to better your life. It's all in your effort also. What is the easiest way to start going inward? So what is the easiest way? Everybody like for easy things, huh? Why it have to be easy? Easy things doesn't bear fruits. Easy thing is for lazy people. It don't bear any fruits. They will stay always lazy and will not achieve anything. This question I have very often actually. This is one of the most famous questions. How can we attain something easily? I was in, where was I? Miami. Yes, Miami. Some friend of this guy, they went to do some beautiful course, yes, easy course. British people, they like easy things. And the course, after 5 years, they will give you enlightenment. You come out beaming with light. And for that course, you have to pay $500,000 per year. That means 2.5 million. And you are enlightened. So cheap. It's cheap. They have cheapened enlightenment. This is the reality of this world, where everybody will look for easy things, And then you have somebody who knows how to do business. A good businessman will sell that. And every day since I've heard that, I was thinking, how can people be so stupid? But it is true, you see. The thing is that people, they buy everything because they have money, and they think that even God can be bought. But in Middle Age it was like this, you see. You can buy your sin, then pay to some organization, it will guarantee you. Another say, please give us all your money now, in your next life we will give it to you back. That also I've heard. It's amazing, isn't it? Easy. But you don't go anywhere with easiness. You have to make your effort in everything that you do. The moment you put out your love into it, anything, it becomes easy. When you are doing something with love, when you are very passionate, you are doing something with a lot of passion, do you get tired?
No.
Do you feel hungry?
No.
Do you feel thirsty? No, you don't. When a painter is painting, who's up so fully into his painting, it becomes a meditation for him. He don't feel hungry, he don't feel thirsty. He don't want to be disturbed by anybody. And this is a state that you have to be. If you do everything with love, you will pour that love in everything that you do. And you will see that even the most difficult task, the moment you start loving that task, it becomes easy. Often people come to me, say, Guruji, I want to change my work. I said, yes, it's good. You want to change your work? Well, good. But first, learn to love what God have given you firstly. Love what you are doing. Love your job, what you're doing right now. When you have come to the point of loving what you're doing, then change. I said, That person said, Guruji, you trapped me. The moment I start loving my job, I could not leave it. And that's what it is, you know. Everything becomes easy. Even going inward becomes easy the moment you're doing with passion, with love. Is it possible to have bhakti, devotion, without faith and patience? Or bhakti is not an outcome of faith and patience? Bhakti, like you said, is beyond faith. Yesterday I was saying, no? Bhakti is a trust. Faith is there. Bhakti can't exist without faith. And bhakti can't exist without patience. Another word for bhakti is patience itself. One word which everybody don't like, patience. So there is no, faith and patience go together. And bhakti is there. With faith and patience you attain to bhakti also. It can't be, it can't exist without it. Well, that's a long one. We live thousands of miles away from you usually, yet you often resume us. My God, it's too small for me to read. Can somebody help me? Louder.
Take the microphone here.
I will take the microphone.
We live thousands of miles away from you usually, yet you often reassure us that you are always with us, especially during times of distress. And also, not times of distress. What is the best thing we can do to feel your presence? And secondly, I've heard you say that effort is important and that you don't like a laziness. I feel that I am always swinging between trying too hard, burning out, and then not trying hard enough. How can we find a balance in effort?
It's true, laziness is one thing that I don't like. How many of you are lazy people? I like your sincereness. Sincerity is very good. Look, even if you live far away, to answer to the first part of the question, the Sadguru is always with the bhakta. whoever is calling, the Sadguru is always connected. Even if he's far away from another country, but here inside the heart, we are all connected. In love, we are all connected. And in devotion, we are all connected. So second, laziness. Laziness is not for, let's say, if you are on the path of devotion, it's not for lazy people. It's not for those people who want love in their life. Because if you are lazy, you will not achieve anything. So effort is important. You make your effort, the rest will automatically, naturally come to you. There was once a saint called Chaju, Bhakta Chajuji from Lahore, Pakistan. So this devotee was always very neatly dressed. His clothes was pure white, always clean. Whereas his friend will be always looking at him, saying, "Look at him. Chajuji is not doing anything. He's just sitting, and in his hand he has this japamala and he's just chanting the name of God. He don't do anything. That's easy. Easy job for him." So they were always, always envious about him. How come he's always so nicely dressed and clean? So one day he overheard them talking, and he said, "Listen, you think that I'm doing an easy job? So come." Said, "How much do you get?" And at that time, it was in 1500. He said, "I get 8 cents a day." I said, "Okay." He said, "You come, I will give you 1 rupee each of you. That you have to do everything what I am doing." So, okay, 1 rupee was a lot of money. So next morning, they all arrived at Chajuji's house. He was ready. He said, "Okay, please." He handed over to them very nice white clothes. And they asked them to change. They changed their clothes. And when they came back to him, he handed over the japamala to them. He said, "Okay, fine, very good." That you have to chant Ram, 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 Ram all the time. Very easy. That okay. He placed them in different corners, and he sat for them. He sat in the middle, and they start to chant Ram, 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 Ram. After 15 minutes, they start looking at each other. And Chajuji noticed that and said, "Hey, you should not look at each other when you are chanting. You have to close your eyes or look down and chant." So I said, "Okay, fine." So they start chanting again, Ram, 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 Ram. After 1 hour of chanting, they were feeling bored. First one got up and quietly went out, followed by second one, third one, fourth one. After all four left, Guruji went out and said, well, I will not pay you, because you have not chant. You have not sat there. You think that I was just sitting with white clothes, not doing anything. And this is the power, you see. You think that by chanting you're not doing anything. Actually, you're doing so much also. And in that question, is it how to find the balance between what you're doing and being lazy. Very often I have noticed something. People which is lazy, when they start doing, they go to the extreme. They want to prove something. When you want to prove something on the outside, then you will have burnout, because you are exhausting completely all your energy and your effort also. That's why I said, if you do something, do it out of love. When you do something out of love, you can't burn yourself. If you do something for yourself only, in an egoistic way, you will have burnout. But when you do something for somebody else, do you get burnout? No, you don't get burnout. Same thing, you see, when we look at in the Indian household, when somebody have to get married, how much preparation there is. A lot of preparation. As long as they are preparing, they are busy preparing for the wedding, do you get tired? No, you don't get tired, because you're not doing it for you, you're doing it for somebody else. You don't get tired. After the wedding, you all collapse. And this is the attitude what you have to do. Whatever you do, try to do something for somebody else. This is the nature of service. Where you forget about yourself, think of somebody else, and you will do your job, everything in a perfect way. If someone performs an action and not realizing that action have caused harm to someone until after that action have been performed, how would we know if that action was burning of karma or indirectly creating karma? This question I have answered it not long back, because very often we think that very often people, when they are helping somebody, they think, yes, they are doing something good, because one, your nature is to help. But then the outcome of it, seeing that the person don't appreciate it. Now it have happened to many people actually. But my intention was good, I was helping. But what should we do in that case actually? You see, from your side, very often we go too much. We don't respect the boundaries of people. No. Help people if they ask you to help. Then it is a help. But if you are forcing yourself upon the people and expecting that you are helping the people, then it is not right. If the person asks you to help, yes, then give your fullness into helping them. That if the person have not asked you, but then you are pushing yourself into the person, then it's not good. So then you are also taking karma from that. Very often I have noticed that people do healing, for example, healing work. You see, when we are doing healing, when some people are doing healing work, what is happening? Why the person is sick firstly? It can be because of their habit. It can be because of their mindset. It can be because of a karma. 3 factors. Who will know about that? If you observe the person, you can see clearly. If their eating habit is bad, they will be sick. Then you can see that they have to change. If it is a mental state, then you can help them by giving them meditation. But when it is karma, and if you want to help into that, very often I have heard, I'm taking the karma of that person upon. No, nobody can do that. Only the Sadguru and Bhagwan can do that. This is the only true person can do. Sadguru and Bhagwan can define karma. When somebody forced to change that, to do something like that, what happened? They will do the healing work upon that person. It will go. But that soul of the person said, I want to be free from that karma. Who are you to interfere with my process? What does the soul do? It rejects that energy and sends back this little karma, the negative karma which have caused the illness, with that energy back to the person who has sent it. That's why you see very often people who do healing, they fall sick and they also have terminal illness and so on. So working with energy is very dangerous if you don't know how to. So, I want to do everything perfectly. Very good. My mind is rebelling. That is the nature of mind. How do I overcome the resistance getting close to the Sadguru? The mind will rebel, because anything which is good, the mind will not accept. And that is your challenge, what you have to go through. If you sincerely want to be close to the Sadguru, you have to absorb the mind in the Satsang of the Sadguru. And listening to the Satsang of the Sadguru and listening to the advice which the Sadguru have given is not an easy fix. Because it is a continuous work in progress. And the mind will keep refuting, the mind will keep challenging you. And the mind will take things from left, right. But at that point, you have to go into your heart. And you have to tell to the mind, enough is enough. Stop. You have to remind the mind who is the master. Because inside of you, you are not just the mind. You are not just the intellect. You are not just the body. There is something which is more powerful, which emerges from deep within you, especially when you have found your spiritual path. It is not just say, yes, I like the teaching of that, I am following it. No, it is something deep inside. When people come to me and ask, Guruji, I want to take initiation. First thing I ask, what do you feel inside of you? I'm not saying, what do you feel here in your mind? I'm saying what you're feeling. Feeling is from the heart. The nature of heart is to feel. The nature of the mind is to think. You can't feel with your mind. That has to be clear. People think and they say, I'm feeling. It is two different realities. One is permanent, one is I go in and I go out. What you feel inside of your heart, it is the truth. And you can't undo it. Once you know that, when you know something, can you unknow it? No, you can't. It's not pressing a delete button. No, once you know something, you can't unknow it. It is there inside. And that knowing, true knowing, emerges from deep within you. And that's what the Sadgurus try to do. Awake that deep knowing inside you. Awake that feeling inside of your heart. And that once that feeling is there, this is the reality of that. You can't unknow that. even as much as your mind will bark, that what is inside of you could be more powerful. So learn to feel. Don't confuse the feeling of the heart and the feeling of the mind, or rather the thinking of the mind. In the Bhagavad Gita, we have verses, chapter 2, verse 14, to understand emotion. Chapter 2, verse 48, cultivating equanimity. Chapter 3, verse, a lot of chapters. 3, verse 19, detaching from emotion. Chapter 2, verse 63, overcoming anger with knowledge. Chapter 18, verse 66, embracing the power of detachment. We are born by gunas. We are born by this matter of nature with our practice. With our practice in Nama Kriya, meditation, Japa Kriya, Puja, how can one cultivate equanimity and become aware if one emotion to come out of the cycle of emotion spiral us? I didn't understand much of the question, but at least practice your practice is better. Did you understand the question? Who wrote it? Can you explain your question? Is too complicated for me myself.
Come here.
How to come out of the emotion? You will be dead.
How do you not let your emotions overcome you so much and to control your life?
You see, we have positive emotion and we have negative emotion. Positive emotion always bring you forward, and negative emotion always make us miserable, stop us. Even as clear as you think, yes, I am feeling that, but yes, I go into my negative emotion. What happened? All what you have cultivated, all what you have done, you have progressed, all is thrown away. Isn't it? No, it doesn't go away. It is here. It's just that you cover it. It gets covered by that layer. Does it last? No, it doesn't last for long. So soon or later, you will come back to that state of, yes, I am out. Then you step out of it. But in place of going in and out, it's a bit too much sometimes, no? Just make clear decision what you want and go for it. Because you see, as long as you're not clear in what you want to do, there's always uncertainty. There's always indecisiveness, But once, let's say, the Sadhguru jump. You will stand there on the border. If I jump, what will happen? Jump, jump, jump. Do you think that something will happen? No, you will die. Because once you jump, if there is confidence inside it, if there is faith into it, you go out of that. So jump with faith and confidence. Does, what is this? Greeting? No. Grieving. Grieving. Does grieving take you to higher level of consciousness? Then grieve, please. You see, in the Hindu tradition, we have different bhav. And one of the bhav is also to grieve. But you grieve also with you grieve not for petty things. Because when we talk about grieving, we talk mostly about this material reality where people, we are grieving because of somebody, we are grieving, oh, that is the object of my life, it's gone, finished, I'm grieving, I'm pain, I'm miserable. No. But there is another grieving, which is You grieve for God. You long for God. You cry for God. You yearn for Him. That is also another kind of grieving. Once there was a saint, I can't remember his name, Chokamela. Oh, which one is that? He was always grieving. He was always crying. Ramakrishna was always crying. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always crying. He's also grieving. But this is what I'm saying. Is grieving with longing, yearning for the beloved, The pain of separation for the beloved is also grieving. And this kind of grieving is uplifting, elevating, giving you realization. This is the higher path, So Sant Chokamela also, once he was, one thing was in his heart, he always wanted to go into the temple in Pandharpur to have darshan of Lord Vitthal. But you see, at that time, people which were from, there were caste system, and people who were considered from a low caste, which would do every menial job, like little job which nobody would like to do, they were not allowed in the temple. Because that mindset was that if they come inside the temple, they will defile the temple, all this stuff, stupid people think like that. So to break that, Bhagavan Krishna one day gave darshan to Bhagavan Vitthal. Bhagavan Vitthal, Vithala is Krishna himself, So Bhagavan Vitthal was standing there and saw Chokamela and said, Choka, come in. Because Choka from outside, he would look inside to have darshan of Bhagavan Vitthal. So Bhagavan said, come in. Chokamela said, me? You're calling? He said, yes, you come inside. I said, no, I can't come in. Said, don't worry. I am Bhagavan, I am calling you. Nobody will do anything to you. Come in. So poor guy, he went inside, listening to what Krishna said. So he went inside the temple. Inside the temple, he was standing in front of Bhagavan Vitthal. And Bhagavan Vitthal looked at him and said, I'm so happy that you have come to me. I was longing so much for you. So you see, the longing for Bhagavan, the yearning for him is not only one way. Bhagavan also long for you. But Bhagavan is sometimes very cruel in his way. He will not leave you in peace until he purified you completely. But there is not a grain of attachment to this material reality. That is the nature of God realization. He gave himself fully, but don't think that it is so cheap. So the same for Chokamela. He called him. So Bhagavan was so happy. He took his garland, his tulsi garland, and put it in Chokamela's neck. Chokamela was shocked and said, Bhagavan, how can you do such thing to me? I'm not worthy of that. This is your garland, please take it. He took it out and put it in his in Bhagavan's neck again. And Bhagavan again removed his garland and put it in Chokamela. Like that is carry on. And finally, Chokamela said, okay, he's a bit stubborn, this guy. Difficult to make him understand. So, okay, fine. So what he did? He said, okay. He had his garland. At that moment, Bhagavan became again the Vigraha, which means he again took the deity form, the form of the statue in front. And it was time for the temple to open. So the priest came, opened the temple door, and at the moment he saw the door, as he opened the door, he saw Chokamela inside without realizing, without even thinking how did this guy went inside when the door was closed. They just unlocked the door and he was inside. They gave him a good beating and a trash and throw him out. When he was thrown out, Chokamela was crying. But he was not crying because he was in pain. He was crying because Bhagwan have accepted him. This is the whole nature, but yes, God have to accept us. No? Whatever we do, we do it with so selfishness of I, me and mine only to be pleased, But here, the nature of a bhakta is, when would he accept me? So Chokamela was so happy when Bhagwan have accepted him. He was crying. At the same moment, Zanabai was passing by. And Zanabai saw that miserable person crying. And Zanabai is another saint. He realized that must have been Vittal work to make his devotee cry. So Zanabai went directly to Vittala because Zanabai's tongue was very sharp. She will fight with everybody. So even Bhagwan Vittal was not spare from Zanabai. So Zanabai, out of her path was like that, her devotion was like this. But she went directly to Vittal and said, Vittal, what did you do now? This poor Chokamela is crying. I said, yes, it is my fault. I said, why? Why? Those who surrendered to you, you give them so much pain in their life. That's what Krishna said, no? Those who have, the one they have, I will take everything from them. Those who surrender to me, I will take everything from them. For the human mind it look like as if it is very cruel. Huh? But Bhagwan, he take everything but distance us from him, but keep us away from him. So he said, Choka have asked me. He wants me. He wants my love. And my love can be given only when I see the tears from the heart coming out. When the tears emerge, the tears, not just the tears, but, oh yes, somebody have died, I'm crying, or something, and lost, I'm crying. No. The tears of Bhagwan's love itself, when your Atma itself is crying inside, then Bhagwan give his kripa. Then at that moment, God give his grace upon. He don't give his grace if there's no that true and sincere longing for him. And we think that yes, by going to temple, offering this and that, we will get the grace of God just like this. No. That tears, that true longing have to emerge from the heart itself. Then God give himself. If there's not that longing, he don't give himself. He don't reveal himself randomly like that. It is not through your millions you give that you will have realization. No? That aspect of love must be there. That ultimate aspect of love have to manifest inside of your heart. And that is not through what you give or what you don't give. It is through that yearning inside of you. For that longing inside of you. With that burning heart, Bhagwan will come running to you. You don't need to go to him. And that is the beauty of bhakti itself, The beauty of surrendering. We can do our effort, but surrender happen itself. So, that was the last question. Jai Gurudeva. Poor Mataji is getting sick now. A bit cold, huh? I see your mouth open and closed, but I can't hear anything.
Come to the microphone.
I should ask you first, is it okay to ask?
You have already started asking, it's fine. What can I say?
Not for long.
It would cost you 10,000. Yes, it's true. This person and another friend had an interview with that person, which is giving realization. 20 minutes, that person paid $20,000.
Maybe you can just hear me now like this. You can hear me like this? Or should I-
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me.
But everybody's curious.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Say in the microphone.
Okay. You can. Okay. So, Gurudev, I've been with Yogananda devotee for maybe 20 years and a Kriya band for maybe 11. But meeting you, it's like, it's so much praise and so much love. And I ask you what to do with that, because when you get initiated into Kriya with Yogananda, you actually sign a decree to be devout to
Yeah.
that. I remember they made us sign something that you pledge your.
Yes.
So
We don't have it. Maybe I should.
My question to you is, can you speak to that?
Just follow your heart, That's what I said, Your heart can't lie to you. So forget about the outside reality, whatever you have said. Feel what you have, then you follow your heart. Good. So, Jai Gurudev, again. Finish. We give for free. No. Whoever would like to chant, Shri Vitthal Giridhari Paramahamsa Namaha, you can come, I'll give you one mala and you can carry on chanting. But Shri Vitthal Giridhari, you see, you have heard this mantra, Shri Vitthal Giridhari Paramahamsa Namaha? No, not you devotee here. I'm talking, all the devotees say, yes, of course you have heard about it. You have heard the mantra, Shri Vitthal Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha? So, those who don't know about this mantra, this is our Mula mantra. We don't chant the same way you have mantra like Om Namah Shivaya, Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You have Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In our Sampradaya, we have Shri Vitthal Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha. So you have two names, Vithala and Giridhari. Vitthal is Bhagwan Krishna when he did his fourth Leeladhari. Now Krishna is called Leeladhari, the one who performed his pastime. So Vitthal, Bhagwan, is when Bhagwan Krishna was in Dwarka. And one moment he was thinking of the gopis. And among all, he was thinking of the queen of gopis, which is Radhika. That same moment, Rukmini Maharani entered. Rukmini is Mahalakshmi. So she entered and she recognized something is not right. Looking at Krishna, he saw a woman next to Krishna. Who is that? Because when Krishna is thinking of Radha, Radhika come out of him and is outside. So the moment Rukmini saw that, Radha disappeared again. Krishna, what you were thinking? I was thinking of Radhika, the gopis. Said, they are more important to you. I'm leaving. So she left in a very angry way. She went to Dandivan. And this is also a Leela of Bhagwan. He enacts that Leela so to give darshan to Bhakt Pundalik, a great devotee who was worshipping his mother and father. Pundalik had great devotion to his mother and father. He was worshipping his mother and father. And Bhagwan, Krishna, had the feeling that I was not a good son in my life. I never treat Devaki and Vasudev in a right way. But Nanda and Yashoda, I had my childhood with them, but I also give them lots of trouble. So he asked Narada, if there is anybody who love and serve their parent, I myself will go through love and service, through love and dedication, I will myself go and give darshan to that person. So Bhagavan said to Narada, yes, there is one person called Pundalik. And when he heard that, he said, I'm going to go to Pundalik to give darshan to Pundalik. So he left, he appeared in Pundalik. And just to cut the story short, he arrived at Pundalik's house. Pundalik was serving his mom and father. When Bhagwan came, he knew that Bhagwan was coming. He started talking to him inside. But he said, but I can't leave my service to my Deva, which is my mother and father. I can't ignore them because they were on his lap. If I move, they will wake up. I can't do that. You have to wait. So nearby there was a brick. He threw the brick there and said, Bhagwan, you stand on that brick and wait for me. And when they slept, when it was already dawn and it was morning time, Pundalik came, Bhagwan gave him darshan. And Bhagwan was waiting for him, holding his hand like this, patiently waiting. So when Bhagwan came, he's also that aspect, because he was waiting for that bhakta. He wait for somebody who have that love and devotion and surrender like this. Not only we wait for him, but he also wait for us. So whenever somebody is like that, he by his own accord come and give darshan. Without any effort, he will come and give darshan. So this is in short, Bhagwan Vitthal is Bhakta Vatsal actually. He's the one who care and look after the devotee. Then you have Giridhari. So Bhagwan took the aspect of Giridhar Gopal to protect the Brajvasis, to protect the people from a big deluge which Indra was sending. So he is a protector. So in this mantra is Bhagwan looking after the devotee and protect. And Parabrahmani means that he is the Supreme Lord which is omnipresent everywhere. He is the one which is looking after this creation itself. So it is that aspect. And here, this Giridhar Gopal here, this little deity here, is a deity which belonged to one saint called Mirabai. You know, if you have heard about Mirabai, anybody of you heard of Mirabai? So Mirabai was a great bhakta of Krishna. And at the end of her life, she disappeared into the Vigraha of Krishna. Body, mind, and spirit, everything went into Krishna. And when she disappeared, for 80 years she carried this deity with her. And she in her previous self was Madhuri, one lady who was married in Vrindavan to one Gopas. So when she was married, on the day of her marriage, she gave a promise to her mother. The mother said, please, we are going to Vrindavan have a very naughty boy, a very bad boy called Krishna. So promise me that you will never look at his face. And she promised. But on the way when she was coming, the bridegroom, the wedding festivities were coming to Vrindavan. So Bhagwan was doing the Govardhan Leela, which means he was lifting the mountain to protect the Gopal. So everywhere the rain started fall at that moment, so they all have to run. So it's also Madhuri start running. So they where to run? Everywhere is flooding now. So where to run? They said, oh, Krishna have lifted the Govardhan. So they're all running towards Govardhan. So when they went there, she didn't have any choice. So she saw somebody holding the mountain in his little finger. So the promise that she had given to her mom, she didn't break it because she didn't willingly give. She didn't really willingly look at Krishna. Unwillingly, she had to look at Krishna, lifting the Govardhan. So she fainted. So for 7 days, Bhagavan Krishna lifted the mountain like that with his little finger. And every time Krishna was around, she avoided looking at Krishna. When Krishna would be standing, playing music, his flute from this angle of the tree, from this side of the tree, she would sit at the back of the tree listening to that. So Radhika and all the other Sakhi will see, and will call her, but she will say always no. Because every time she wanted to go and see Krishna, she was inside her mind, the mind will corrupt her. The mind will always put a barrier, and the mind will remind her, oh, you have promised to your mom, you will not look at Krishna's face. And that was happened. So meanwhile, she died. And when she died, she never, when she wanted to see Krishna, it was too late. Krishna left for, left Vrindavan for Mathura, and then Krishna went to Dwarka. So like that, she never saw Krishna. But only time when she saw Krishna, one glimpse of Krishna was Krishna lifting the mountain. So when she was 3 years old, in the life of 4,500 years later, it took 4,500 years later for her to be born again. So in the life of Mirabai, when there was a sadhu visiting the palace, because she was born in a king family, so the sadhu were worshipping this Krishna because it was in his tradition. It was hand over from tradition to tradition, hand over to the next head of the ashram. So they were worshipping this Krishna in 8th century actually. So then, when Mirabai was 3 years old only, he saw the Krishna. She felt that my Giridhar Gopal. So for the sadhu, he was worshipping this Krishna as Gopal Krishna. But when Mirabai found, he said, this is my Giridhar Gopal. Then sadhu said, no, this is Nandalala. This is not Giridhar Gopal. This is mine. So 3 years old, she wanted the deity. So finally the sadhu, the father asked the sadhu said, no, I can't give. So like that, there's a whole Leela, how Bhagwan, he gave 1 day only to Mirabai. And at the moment Mira fell asleep, quietly he went and took the deity back home. So like that, at the last day, it was every time he would give the deity to Mira, when he would bring it back to his room, he would lock the room. But in the morning, Thakurji would not be there. So when they would look everywhere, where they would find? In Mira's room. In her hand, she would be holding. So he said, oh, but how did she come in? Maybe there's a secret door, all this. So after 3 days, the same scenario, he decided now I have to run away from here because it's getting too dangerous here. So he was preparing that early morning he will leave. That night Bhagavan Krishna appeared in his dream and said, your dharma was to bring me to Mira. That was your dharma. But then he said, how would I worship you? He said, don't worry. I will arrange for another deity for you to be worshipped. So another deity was made. The same day that he gave the deity to Mira, somebody else gave a deity to him. So that Giridhar Gopal, Mira, by worship and take her wherever she goes since she was 3 years old. And all her composition, you will see she write about Giridhar Gopal. Because the moment she had darshan of Giridhariji, that from her past life reflect again, awake again inside of her. So that's why it was Gopal. And that is the actual deity which she used to carry with her. This was given to me around 12 years ago from the place where the Vigraha which she disappeared into, because Mirabai at the end of her life, body her body disappeared into the deity of Krishna in Dwarka. And that is now with one of our devotees. They are the temple, they took initiation, so that's why the deity of Giridhari Gopal is with me here. So, Giridhari Lal ki. Okay, so only if you promise me, you will chant. If you just take it and not chanting, I'm not giving you to put it on your shelf or by the side of your bed or anything. So if you can make that pledge that you will chant Shri Vitthal Giridhari Parbrahmane Namaha, then please receive it. If you can't, then don't.
There's a card inside with the mantra also in case you want to just get a refresher.
Nobody want to come?
Maybe you can line up this way.
You can chant the mantra meanwhile. If you sing, you notice it.
I never liked it myself.